Hi, it's Sarah from Crafty Creatures, and today we're going to be making the haunted house painting from your Keep 'em Busy box. This is how it's going to look like in the end, so let's get started. You're going to need your canvas panel, your paintbrushes and paints, a pencil and eraser, a piece of yellow paper, and some scissors and glue for later on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pencil and we're going to have our canvas laying portrait, so it's nice and tall and skinny. We're going to add a little hill along the bottom here. And we're going to draw in a nice wonky shaped house. Make it look crazy, make it look scary. My house looks like it's going to be falling over, and that's what's going to make it look nice and cool. Now don't worry about drawing anything inside the house, because we're going to add that later with the paper. So over here on the other side away from your house, I'm going to draw a circle. Now you can draw it freehand like I'm doing, or you can trace a bowl or a cup. We just want a circle up there to be our moon. That's all we need to do for drawing, so we can get started on the painting. So the first color we're going to use is we're going to use some yellow, and we're going to fill in our moon. Next, we're going to take a big brush, and we're going to start along the ground line just above, and we're going to add in some purple. Don't worry if you go over the lines of your house a bit. We're going to be filling it in with black anyways, so it's not a big deal. Make sure you get both sides of the house here. Next, we're going to add in some blue. And we're going to go up pretty much to halfway through the moon here, just like that. And be very careful that you don't go over your moon, because otherwise you will end up with some green. We don't really want a green sky, we want a spooky sky. And for our last little bit of sky up here, we're going to take a fair amount of blue, just a tiny, tiny bit of black, and mix them together. So we don't want a color that's too dark, otherwise it won't look as nice with our house. And then we'll fill in the rest of the space. And now that our sky is done, let's start filling in all the black. So we're going to fill in all of our ground and our house with black paint. I'd recommend using both your big brush and your smaller brushes for any small details. So if you use the big brush, you'll be able to fill in a lot more at a time, and then you can use your little brush to get into those little spots your big brush just won't reach. And again, try to get that paint to go on nice and smooth. You don't want it looking really patchy because some of the white might show through. But you don't want really big globs of black sitting on your canvas either. Now if you want to add anything extra, you can. I'm going to add in a nice kind of falling down fence. It's breaking apart. This house has been abandoned, maybe. Maybe there's some monsters living in it. And I'll add a couple spooky birds to the sky. Now I have to let it dry for a little while, because we can't put any glue on wet paint or it won't stick. So we'll let it dry till that paint's all nice and dried. Now that our paint is finished drying, we can make our windows for our haunted house. Now I've done a few here already, and I might do a couple more. I'll just figure out where I want to put